Thanksgiving is by Gail Gibbons. Thanksgiving is a holiday for giving thanks. In the United States, Thanksgiving is celebrated on the fourth Thursday of November. Thanksgiving is harvest celebrations of long ago. Thousands of years ago, people had celebrations to give thanks for bountiful harvests. You see them carrying? This is their harvests. Egyptians.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, these are all the food that they grew during the year.
Oh, I didn't even know that. So is them gonna eat it?
Yes.
Who is this person?
Yep. The Egyptians praised their god Min, the god of plants and fertility. In China, the people honored the moon at harvest time.
Like we celebrate the moon.
Yes, because it appeared to be at its brightest and perfectly round. They baked moon cakes to celebrate a harvest.
Moon cake?
Yes. The Greeks worshipped their goddess of agriculture, Demeter. The Romans' goddess of agriculture was named Ceres. They offered the first foods from their harvest to her as thanks.
Mommy, so this is round just like the moon.
So they're seeing all these different cultures, even from a long time ago. They are so thankful for all the things that they grew during the summer. And so they harvest it, they take it from their farm, and then they offer it to the gods, saying, thank you for giving me the sunlight. What does the plants need? What do the vegetables need?
The light and the water.
And the water. The ancient Jewish harvest festival, called Sukkot, was first celebrated thousands of years ago. Jews thank God for His protection and for their food, as they still do today.
Mommy, so raw food, this looks like it's a farm. But it's not.
The Middle Ages were from about 450 to about 1450. And during the Middle Ages, farmers in England held festivals to celebrate the end of the harvest. Thanksgiving is the Pilgrims. In September 1620, a group of 101 passengers sailed from Plymouth, England, in search for a new home. These men, women, and children were called pilgrims. They wanted the freedom to worship in their own way, which they had not been allowed to do. They crossed the Atlantic Ocean on a small ship called the Mayflower. Their voyage was difficult. They sailed through many storms. One passenger died and a baby was born.
Whoa.
At last, after a long voyage, they came ashore at what is now Plymouth, Massachusetts. And that's what this map shows. This is where Plymouth, Massachusetts is.
Oh, sure?
The Pilgrims began to build homes, and winter came with its cold winds. The Pilgrims had little food to eat, and many of them died.
What's many of them?
Many of the Pilgrims.
Many of the food?
They did not have many food. They had very little food to eat. Thanksgiving is Native Americans. Two famous Indians helped the settlers. Their names were Squanto and Massasoit. When spring finally arrived, the Pilgrims were grateful. Indians taught them how to grow the foods that they themselves ate. They also taught the Pilgrims how to be better hunters. During the growing season, the crops grew and grew. The fall harvest was plentiful. The Pilgrims wanted to thank God for the abundance of food they would have for the coming winter. Thanksgiving is the first Thanksgiving. There was a great feast. The Indians were invited. It was the Pilgrims' first Thanksgiving in the fall of 1621. And the first Thanksgiving lasted 3 days. Do you think that's a long party and a lot of food?
Yeah.
3 days long. Thanksgiving is a holiday. In 1863, President Abraham Lincoln proclaimed that the last Thursday of November to be Thanksgiving Day. This was the first nationally declared Thanksgiving Day for the United States. And then in 1939, President Franklin Delano Roosevelt made a change and declared Thanksgiving to be the fourth Thursday of November. Thanksgiving has many symbols. There are Thanksgiving decorations. In many ways, our Thanksgiving celebrations remind us of the Pilgrims' Thanksgiving. There are pumpkins, turkeys, fall leaves, and other symbols gathered together to look like harvest time. Some homes are decorated.
Mommy, this looks like the ending.
Oh, no, but it is not the ending.
Don't read the end. Don't read.
Thanksgiving is family and friends. Family and friends come together to share good times. It is time for loving and sharing. Thanksgiving is a Thanksgiving feast. Tables are filled with many of the same foods the Pilgrims shared with the Indians. There is turkey, stuffing, cranberries, sweet potatoes, beans, squash, cornbread, and other good things to eat.
Mommy, we have smashed potatoes.
You do?
You make that at Mom's house. It's just any.
Thanksgiving is Thanksgiving desserts too. There is pumpkin pie, mincemeat pie, bread pudding, baked apples, all kinds of treats. Thanksgiving is giving. Some people send Thanksgiving cards. They may give plants or flowers when they visit others. Thanksgiving is games. Families and friends may play outside or go to a game. Thanksgiving is Thanksgiving plays. There are plays about the Pilgrims and the Indians who helped them. Thanksgiving is parades. There are floats, bands, and big balloons.
Oh, these look like person balloons. Mommy, some of this is so thick. I wish I could pop them. I'll pop them.
Thanksgiving is sharing and remembering others. Thanksgiving is giving thanks for many blessings.